Hey guys, Paul Argueta here. Today I'm going to share with you who the best real estate agent is in Westwood based on sales reports provided by Broker Metrics by Teradata. Go Bruins! Thanks for visiting our channel. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can have access to all the content that we're creating and curating for you. Also, don't forget to click on the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. Click on that and you'll receive alerts anytime we upload new videos so that you can see them right away. Now, you want to know who the top 10 real estate agents in Westwood are, huh? And you want to know who the best of the best is? Well, I'm going to share it with you. We use a tool called Broker Metrics, and what Broker Metrics does is it extracts and pulls all of the sales history reports from the multiple listing service. Now, these reports don't reflect any off-market transactions, and they don't reflect any commercial transactions, okay? It's all strictly residential. So, using that tool, we can see who is doing what and how their sales figures are doing. Now, you might be working with, you might be interviewing, you might be working for a real estate agent that does not appear on this top 10 list. That does not mean that they aren't a good agent or a good broker. All it means was that last year they didn't have the sales figures that some of these top agents did. And so if you feel comfortable and confident that the person that you are working with or for is someone that can get you from point A to point B, then by all means keep working with that person. That agent probably shares a lot of the similar qualities that I'm going to talk about in a little bit that these top 10 agents share. All right, now that being said, let's get started. So let's start with number 10. The number 10 best agent in Westwood based on sales figures provided by Broker Metrics is James Bremner. Number 9, Cynthia Ambuehl. Number 8, Jimmy Heckenberg. Number 7, Lawrence Young. Number 6, Ron F. Smith. Number 5, David Berg. Number 4, Kurt Rappaport. So we've made it to the top 3 real estate agents in Westwood. These are the best of the best agents. All right, now, number 3, Drew Fenton. Number 2, Santiago Arana. And the number 1 top producing agent in Westwood, Los Angeles is David Offer. But Paul, didn't you go to UCLA? Aren't you a real estate agent in Westwood? Why didn't you make the list? All right, so these agents, they bested me last year. I tip my hat to these agents. I've had the pleasure of working with some of these agents on transactions last year. They are great people to work with, and they just outsold me last year. No shame in that. I didn't have a bad year. I had a really, really good year last year, and I want to thank all of the clients, all of the friends and family that allowed me to represent them and service them last year. These guys just happened to hit a few more home runs than I did. So congratulations to the top 10 agents in Westwood, Los Angeles. Now, what I would like to share are some of the qualities that these top 10 agents possess and how they got onto that list. And again, you might already be working with an agent that shares a lot of these similar qualities. So let's talk about quality number 1. Number 1, they protect their brand. Okay, this is very important. These real estate practitioners understand that above all else, they are the CEO of their own company, their own brand. And yes, they may work for franchises, they may work for independent brokerages, they may be their own independent brokerages. But at the end of the day, they take full responsibility for their brand and they guard it and they protect it. See, we live in a day and an age where you've got people who are out there sharing their content via social media, and they're actually hurting their brand more than they are helping it. I like to use a story or what happened to Beyonce a few years back when she performed at the Super Bowl. When she was at the Super Bowl, Beyonce likes to sing and dance and perform. She's amazing. But because she was doing all this, the photographers managed to capture a few images of her that were a little bit less sexy than she wanted to appear. Her PR team got on the horn contacting those photogs and anyone that had those images, and they immediately requested that they start taking them down. Now, understand that Beyonce spends hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a year protecting her brand with her PR firm, right? But we have people who will damage their own brand for free. Well, not these two people, not these top 10 agents in Westwood, right? These agents make sure that they protect their brand, make sure that they have it well insulated, and they really don't do anything that would embarrass Ma or Nana, right? So, first quality, they protect their brand. Quality number 2, these agents listen more than they talk. Now, the younger version of me as a real estate agent would walk into a meeting with a prospective client and you know what? I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to leave that part in. It feels more raw, more real. So the younger part of me, the younger version of me would walk into a meeting with a client, prospective client, future client, and I would probably tell them all the wonderful things, that I was attending UCLA, that I got my real estate license at the age of 18, that I became the top salesman in my brokerage almost immediately. And it was very braggadocious and self-indulgent, and I was telling them all these things that I thought they needed to hear in order to feel comfortable hiring me to represent them. And 9 times out of 10, I talked myself out of those meetings and out of those potential clients, right? So what I learned was that I was doing a very poor job of figuring out what it is that my clients needed, so that I could best frame how I was going to support what it is that they wanted to accomplish, right? The top 10 agents on this list are very good at listening first, right? And so what they will do is they will ask a lot of questions, and they will ask these questions so that they can find out the best way to diagnose how to handle the situation. Every situation is different. And so there's a saying there that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, okay? You should use them in that proportion, okay? So top 10 agents in Westwood, what they do is they listen more than they talk. The top 10 agents have a supporting cast. So these top 10 agents know, as do I now, that you can't be everything to everyone all the time, all right? You're going to need to have a team. This team can consist of your marketing team, right? Your copyright team, your photographers, your graphic designers. It could also include the escrow team, your transaction coordinator, your gardeners, landscape artists, interior design, you name it. These people understand that they're not going to be able to do all of that stuff on their own. And so they employ the best of the best to be a part of their team. Now, when the team fails, the agent knows that it falls on them and it's their responsibility. When the team succeeds, it was a total team effort, and that was the reason that they won. So understand that these agents, there will be times where they might be on vacation and you don't even realize it, because they have such a strong supporting cast that believe in them, that believe in their vision, and that believe in the final goal of offering you invaluable service. So these agents have a supporting cast, and they know how to use them. The final quality that all of these agents possess is that they are full service, the whole package, the whole shebang, right? They can do everything from A to Z, all right? It doesn't matter what the scenario is that you throw at them, they know how to handle it. Luxury sales, trust sales, probate sales, pro athlete relocation, Whatever it is, they can handle it, and they've got the right team of people behind them. We talked about this earlier, the right team of vendors that can help you accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So you need an interior designer, they've got it. You need some repairs from a contractor, they've got it, right? You want to make some improvements to the property before you put it on the market, they can assess that, introduce you to a contractor, and almost tell you what the after repair value is going to be once those repairs are completed, right? One of the things that I've started doing lately for a lot of my clients is I started offering mobile storage units. And the reason that I do this is because I know and I realize that when you're selling your property, sometimes it takes a lot of effort to get furniture that you don't use every day, clothing that you don't use every day, things in the house that you don't use every day out of the house. And for some of my clients who might be towards their retirement years, right? A lot of them don't have the energy to really go out there and get that stuff out. So what we do is we get the storage unit in onto their property. They fill the storage unit with anything that they don't use on a regular basis so that we can declutter the home, right? Then what we do is I call the storage company back. They show up, they remove the storage company, and the house looks less congested, if you will, right? That's just an example of one of the things that I offer my clients to make sure, right, that the house sells well and it looks well and shows well, okay? But the agents that we're talking about, the top 10 agents, they do the exact same thing. They have all the right vendors, they have all the right tools. I mean, we're talking about contacts from tax attorneys, CPAs, 1031 exchanges, whatever vendor you can think of, they have access to it and they know how to use it. They're full service A to Z. I love Westwood. Yeah, I was at UCLA from 1994 to 1999, back around the time when the O'Bannons and Toby Bailey and Tyus Edney and Cameron Dollar and George Zedek helped us win the NCAA basketball championship. Those were great years. I love the neighborhood. I love working with clients in that part of town. So thank you for listening to this video. Please make sure that you subscribe, right, so that you can have access to all that content. Please also make sure that you click on the bell icon so that you can get those alerts. And if you think that there's someone that can benefit from this video, by all means, please share it with them. I also love it when people participate in conversations. So if you have any comments, anything you'd like to add or anything you'd like to say about this video, feel free to comment below. If you want to make fun of me for wearing this jersey, it's okay, no problem, right? I look forward to servicing you. I look forward to talking to you and one day meeting you in person.